Thanks for joining in today, everybody. I'm Brett from Australian Adventure Vehicles, and I just wanted to take you through the Isuzu trailer loom that we'll be installing today. It's a quick, easy trailer loom install. It's all plug and play, and what it means is there's no solder, no cutting of wires, and it's so simple that even I can install it. So I'm going to take you through the steps of how to install. It's both configured for 12 and 24 volts, depending on how we configure the battery. So let's get to it. Okay, these are all our components here. We're going to go straight into the rear wiring harness by using the jump off adapter here, which is straight on the back of the Isuzu lights. The truck we've chosen here does have our subframe, fuel and water tanks already installed, and the tow bar already installed. So we'll be just wiring this up as a sample of how to wire. So that becomes part of the kit, and also the most important part is our converter. So this will take either 12 or 24 volt and step down that current, or from the current it takes being 12 volt, it acts basically as a very fancy relay for all of your trailer wiring. So that's all we need. I'll lay it out on the vehicle and then I'll show you how to wire it up. Okay, now we're going to start the wiring. So it's really easy to put together. We're just taking this small patch lead, and the easiest way to install is the very rear plug on the Isuzu just before it goes to the lights. You will find on the back of all the Isuzu NPS trucks, pushing in separates that out. Very easy to install of your push together. Really very simple. Make sure those plugs are secure. The patch lead then plugs into our harness. Using a 6-pin Deutz, there is only one way it can go together, and it makes a nice tight waterproof fitting. So no soldering in this, so it's not going to upset the vehicle whatsoever, and the trailer then will have its own independent power source. So that's running through this box here. It does create a little bit of heat, so don't run it under plastic wiring or anything. It's designed to be mounted directly to the chassis with 2 zip ties. The idea is then the chassis will act as part of the heat sink. It doesn't get hot enough where you can't touch it, of course, but it's very good not to have plastic wires behind it. Then securing this up the chassis line, and I'll show you down the battery, which battery to connect it to. Okay, so for the battery connection, it does have a fuse very close to the battery, which is exactly what we're after. Or fuse there. So we do have the option now of running 12 or 24 volt to the 7-pin flat. Now most people are looking for a 12 volt system, but there are a few trailers out there, more from a commercial standpoint, that are running 24 volt. So to run 24, all we'll have to do is connect to the main positive of the batteries. To run 12 volt, we're going to connect it to the rear battery bank of the positive of the rear battery bank. Just taking a spanner and undoing it, which was so nicely already done for me for a change. Putting it on there and making sure that connection is secure. Okay, so generally we'll be adding a secondary fuse board for this sort of thing, so we can jump off straight from the fuse board, but it has been designed so you can very easily install this in either the 2x4 or the 4x4. Once it's secure and tight, I won't do this up incredibly tight, but that is now wired for 12 volt. And I'll show you exactly how we test in the workshop. It's definitely worthwhile testing, of course, to make sure everything's correct before you go out on your trips. It is not wired for a tow pro. We did have that question last week. The information is there to convert it to a tow pro. We are running the wires through that 7-pin for you and through the box as well for the tow pro, but the vehicle is not designed for a tow pro just by putting this loom in. Okay, here we are now, it's fully installed. So all I've done is plugged in our little test rig here. So I've got the parkers on and the hazards. So with the parkers on, we can see we're getting 11.9 to 12 volt by using that rear battery. If we use the front battery, that would be displaying 24 volt. Left and right and parkers being constant. So you can see it's a really easy install. The great advantage is we've got a step down converter, so we can actually run our 12 volt trailer with a 24 volt truck and very easily change it if you've got a different trailer source that runs also 24 volt. The other big advantage, it's a full braided line, so you know that wiring is also protected. And with the module itself, it's taking no additional amps off the electrical circuit of the truck. It is totally self-controlling, very easy to look after, and also waterproof for those creek crossings. So if you have any inquiries, please let us know. We certainly do have them in stock, and they'll be able to be shipped out straight away for you. Thanks for joining us today. Catch you later.